Hello everyone, it is your boy, Mr. T-A-G Tag! And today I'm doing something really different. As you can see right in front of you, I'm gonna do a box opening. So, for those of you who are OGs to the channel, the real OGs, you know I've done pack openings on the channel before. But never a box. Don't know why I never did a box. Because back when I had more disposable income, I bought a lot of boxes. I could have done the openings on YouTube, but I didn't. Now I have less disposable income, and I can only really get one of these. But I think this is still relevant to the channel. It's an Edison box. It is the reprint box. It's not an OG box. But this video does well enough. Gets enough likes, gets enough shares, gets enough subscriptions. I do have a Kyber tin. I actually have two Kyber tins from 2002. I could crack one open. One of them, the plastic is coming off a bit. So it's like, the condition isn't great. So I don't mind cracking that one open. The other one is pretty pristine. Pristine enough for, it being over 23 years old, Also, as I have found out, unfortunately, my video editing software cannot detect high quality iPhone videos, apparently. So, well, I can do stuff like this. I can just upload the raw footage and then, work on the good old title screen, that title picture, the good old thumbnail. And then, put that on there. I can't edit stuff together, so the yugioh climax footage is probably never going to go up, unfortunately, which is really disappointing. Unless, of course, I can afford to get new proper video editing software. Yeah, if the video does well enough, maybe we'll do that. I don't know. Anyway, let's get straight into it. That's enough of a spiel. Look at this. There's 24 packs of Light of Destruction. Maybe we'll get an Ulti. That'd be really cool. Get an Ulti, Ulti Honest, Ulti Celestia as well. So let's crack them open. We'll put that there. First pack. Jump straight into it. So yeah, raw footage, guys. So not much I can do, like putting prices on it or anything, but I think you guys know how it goes. Right, Arcana Force, the Moon, Cup of Ace, Spell Gear, Demise of the Land. Not actually not a bad card. Deck Lockdown. Actually, not a terrible card either. Mystical Cards of Light. Invader A, Garganeth, Lightsworn Dragon, and a Lady in White. Alright, so Deck Lockdown is a rare, so we'll just prop that over there. The rest will go here. So I think we've actually got Supers or Ultras of Deck Lockdown when it got reprinted in Dual Power, I think. But it's always good to have extra copies of cards, even if the rarities are mismatched. Because I know that might irritate some people, though. Right, next pack, we have Dice Try. The Fool, actually not a bad card. Cross Porter, I've actually been looking for a playset of these so I can play Nearest Patience maybe. The Empress, Ducker, Mobile Cannon. Actually not. I know it's a flip effect to get something back from graveyard, but it's actually not terrible. You can also search this with Sphere of Chaos, not bad. Goblin Recon Squad, Light Spiral, Realm of Light, and Quick Charger for those Battery Men. Right, where's the... Where'd I put it? I'm not doing what I'm doing properly. So the Ducker, Mobile Cannon. Jump straight into it. Oh, I should probably have my sleeves ready. All right, I got some dragon shields, just in case, we pull those, beautiful. These are even secrets. I think, they should be thrown straight into a sleeve and kept as good nick as possible. It'd help if I open these packs properly. You can damage the product inside, that'd be good. Space Gift, another Demise of the Land, the Lovers, Deformation, Jinzo Returner. It's a shame I already have a playset of these, but that may not be a bad Battery Man Charger. I love Battery Man. It's a shame that only gets good. The Shining Darkness is where this deck actually gets good, but then you wouldn't play it anyway because Infernity and Frogs become really good. Jane, Short Circuit, Battery Man, and Limit Reverse. I'm not sure if I have a playset of Limit Reverse. That's also good to have for some meme decks as well. Let's go off the other side for now. Alright, let's go. Let's get them in there. Oh my gosh, I shouldn't rush opening these packs. I want to damage. Can you imagine if I damaged the Ulti? Oh my. Yeah, I'm a professional pack opener. Alright, there's Realm of Light. Anyway. The Chariot, the Magician, Miracle Flipper, Raging Cloudian, Disc Blade Rider. I mean, this can become 2200. Remove normal trap from grave, that's not too bad. Defortune, here's Golden Bamboo Sword, not a terrible card. And Level Tuning. Alright. Let's go another one. So if you guys like this sort of stuff, gotta make it known. Gotta make it known, guys. Okay. Anyway, Cup of Ace. Good memes. The Moon, Summon Limit. Yeah, that's a fun floodgate. Dice Try. Guardian of Order is our secret rare. That's a nice looking secret rare though. Look at that. Beautiful. Reversal of Fate. Light Spiral. Tour of Doom. That's a funny card. Batteryman, Micro Cell. Great card. Unfortunately, all the targets are terrible at the moment. But Guardian of Order is our secret. I'll get a sleeve for that bad boy. I'm not sure how much it's worth. I don't think it's worth that much because it doesn't really do anything. But not, not the worst card in the world. And we always, secrets just look really nice. We'll put it in this good old Dragon Shield sleeve. There we go. So yeah, hopefully, whoop, that looks really good. Right, keep it there, keep it there. So we'll put those like there instead. Cool, cool, cool. All right, next pack. That's one secret. So what is a box? 2 secrets guaranteed? Or the ulti if you get the ulti? I think it's 2 secrets guaranteed. Can't remember anymore. There's a Deformation, Hero Mask, Gladiator Lash, the Magician again, some more Bird of Ancestry. I don't think this actually does anything. Choose on this card, but reading only wins, bounce 2. Yeah, that's great. Invader A, Mystical Cards of Light. This could be a great meme card. Another Golden Bamboo Sword, another Goblin Recon Squad. Whoop. Keep forgetting. There's our Samorg. All right. So do you guys like to crack open boxes? I used to do it a lot, and I just found it very satisfying. At least the first box. If you're opening more than one of a box, eventually it just becomes, okay, this is bad, this is bad, this is bad, this is what I'm looking for, this is bad, this is bad, this is bad. Anyway, let's keep going. The Emperor, another Cup of Ace, another Raging Cloudian, another Hero Mask, Maniacal Servant. I don't think this really does very much. Gains 500 defense. Yeah, that's what we want. Light Spiral, Storm Dragon. Actually not a terrible card. Garganeth, and a Unifrog. That's pretty nice. I think I've only got a Japanese version of this. So now I've got an English card. Actually, that may be a lie. I think I might have it in English already, but if I don't, now I do. But yeah, I find like opening the second and third boxes, you just rush through it looking for like the, supers and rares and all that sort of stuff. I think opening the first box is always exciting because there's always new commons to look at, typically. All right, next. Portal Battery Pack. Call the Haunted for 2 battery men. It's crazy. Imagine if battery men was actually playable. The Chariot, the Emperor, Dread Servant, Dark Valkyria. It's a shame I already have a playset of Dark Valkyria. I'm not sure if I've got the playset from this set. There we go. Gareth, I think I only have 1 Gareth, so that's actually nice to have. A 3rd Garganeth already. Arcana Call, and the 3rd Mystical Cards of Light. We can actually play that card now. I believe, yeah, it takes up a spell and trap zone, as well as itself when you have 2 down, then you draw 2 instead of drawing 1. Then you only have 1 spell and trap card zone to use, so it's actually not great. But it's a way to draw 2 cards during your draw phase, I suppose. We've got that Spell Gear, Demise of the Land, Volcanic Queen, actually. Let's keep this to the side. Kaijus, technically, in Edison. Hard to come by. I think I only have 1, so that's nice to have. Summon Limit, Glorious Illusion for those Light Swans. They're Monster Reborn. No, they're Call of the Haunted, sorry. Wetlands, another Lady in White, another Invader A, another Tour of Doom meme. Very cool, very cool. Just halfway. No, we can count the rares and supers and stuff. We're not even halfway yet. Man, remember when rares and stuff were not even guaranteed? What a time to be a 10-year-old child. It actually made opening packs sort of more exciting. Like when you see those silver letters, you're like, oh my god, I got a rare! Anyway, the Magician, Space Gift, Summon Limit, Deformation, Nimble, Musabi. This puts itself on the other side of the opponent's field, doesn't it? Yeah. But can I be attributed for a tribute summon? But unfortunately, the very next set introduced Synchros, so giving your opponent a free level 2 body, kind of silly Lady in White, another Micro Cell, another Quick Charger, and our 3rd Recon Squad. Yeah, I remember I opened a silly amount of Legend of Blue Eyes White Dragon as a kid. I want to pull that Blue Eyes White Dragon, despite already having a Blue Eyes White Dragon inside the Kyber starter deck. And pulling all these trash vanillas when I could have been buying, Pharaoh's Servant or even that 2003 sets. Yeah, it shows you how much I knew as a kid, right? Arcana Force the Fool, another Queen. All right, let's keep that to the side. That's 2 Kaijus. The Lovers, the Empress, Froggy Force Field, for when we want to have a second Mirror Force. Invader A, the Fortune, another Gareth, and our third Tour of Doom. All right. Still hunting, so we've got at least one more secret rare or an ulti. We should have a couple more. We should have a few ultras or supers. I'm not sure about the ratios in these sets because you get rares or a super. So actually not 100% sure. Another cross border, so I think I'm going to place it now because I already had one. That's actually pretty cool. Chariot, battery pack, demise of the land, union attack. I remember this card in Duel Links when you do the events and stuff, and you want to do the effect damage instead of doing normal damage, and you'd give this to like Gravekeeper's Vassal or something. A really cool card in that specific scenario. Because I don't think it does. You don't do any battle damage, but if you gave it to Gravekeeper's Vassal, since it did effect damage when it attacked specifically, you'd be able to do like 10,000 attack and be able to get heaps of points. Realm of Light, Charger, Card of Light, another Limit Reverse. Okay, Limit Reverse is cool. I do like Limit Reverse. All right, let's keep hunting. Oh, that was a smooth one. I definitely enjoy that. Do enjoy a smooth one now and then. Oops, upside down. So we got our battery pack, our lucky chance, first one of that. Another Emperor, third Volcanic Queen. That's nice. Ooh, a Super Raikou. That's nice. That actually looks really nice. I've only got like commons, not common Raikous. Unfortunately, it does have the errata text, but can't really do much else about that. But that looks really nice in Super. Oops, let's not do it like that. I might put him down here because he looks really nice. Another Storm Dragon for its Cloudians, Wetlands, another Unifrog, and a Short Circuit for when we somehow get 3 Batterymen on the field and then do a board wipe. A real board wipe, spells and traps and monsters. Not terrible if you can somehow manage it, but if you're in that position with Barrierman, you've probably won the game anyway. That's not searchable, unfortunately. Another Gladiator Lash. What does it even do? So you activate this when you special summon Glad, and then your opponent discards a card of their choice. Yep, that's definitely the plan of Gladiators, to rip your opponent's hand away from them. The Empress, the Magician, Sanguine Swamp. My cat is trying to get in on the action. I wish he would not do that. Sorry, Sanguine Swamp. Hero Blast. I actually don't have a Hero Blast. Maybe I could play Hero Beat now. That's actually pretty cool. I actually don't have any Hero Blasts at all. That's actually really nice. Quick Charger, Invader A, another Jane, and Reversal of Fate. I might sleeve up that Raikou as well. Because that, I don't know, that just looks really nice. Maybe if I pull a play set of the Raikous, I'll actually like play them like in real life. Otherwise, I'll just stick to my commons. Dread Servant. We got 4 Volcanic Queens now. Spell Gear, Hero Mask, Celestial Lightsworn Angel. That is the Ultra. That's the Ultra Rare, not the Ulti, but that's still really nice. So we'll get a sleeve for that one. Bamboo Sword, Arcana Call, Jane, and Microcell. Okay, that's an Ultra, not a secret. So we still should, in theory, have at least one more secret or an ulti. Was it a bust? We don't pull an ulti? Nah. Like I said, this is very therapeutic, even though it's pretty expensive for therapy. I mean, depending where you are, of course. Maybe you're in a country where it's pretty cheap for therapy. I don't know. I don't know if there are any countries besides maybe America where therapy would be really expensive. I know. Sound off in the comments if therapy is like really expensive in your country, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. I just say words and hope they make sense. I guess that's what we all do, right? We just say words to make them make sense. All right, next pack. Lucky Chance. Dice Try. Cross-border. That's a place for cross-border anyway. That's nice. Dread Servant. Flame Spirit Ignis. Tribute of Fire to inflict 100 damage to your opponent for each fire. Yeah, that's a card that exists, I suppose. Another Storm Dragon. That's a playset. Realm of Light, Unifrog, and Rainbow Gravity. Are there any other Cloudians besides like the Trap? And I think there's also a spell in here. Was Storm Dragon only? Is that the only Cloudian that came out in this set? I haven't seen any other ones. Or did we see Storm Cloud? Or the Poison Cloud, or whatever cloud that is. So many clouds. Miracle Flipper, another Fool, another Moon, another Dice Try, Dangerous Machine Type 6. That is a ultra rare. I remember when I bought one pack. I actually bought 3 packs. I bought one for me and one for each of the boys. I got an ulti of this. But, that's how it's an ultra. It's not a secret. So, not a freaking ulti. Lady in White, Rainbow Gravity, Level Tuning, and Unifrog. Hopefully I get a playset of all the commons that I want. Because then, I know I've got them. And then if any of the boys ever just need commons, I'm like, yeah, you can have my 4th Volcanic Queen. What am I going to do with more than, 3 Volcanic Queen anyway? A Miracle Flipper, Raging Cloudian, the Lovers, Spellkeer, Temperance, actually sort of playable. It's kind of a Karibo if you squint. A Recon Squad, Chain, Lady in White, and Charger. Are there any commons we haven't pulled yet? I actually don't know. I mean, possibly. Honest is a secret or an ulti in this set, isn't it? I think. Or is it Ultra or ulti? I can't actually remember. The Emperor, the Moon, another Cup of Ace, another Sanguine Swamp. Magical... I've been wanting these. I've been wanting Magical Exemplars. That's really cool. I'm really excited for that. I'll get a sleeve for that one right now. I want to try like a Spellcaster deck where you abuse this. Really, really cool card. I really, really like it. Quick Charger, Limit Reverse, 4th Storm Dragon, probably 4th or 5th Chain. Let's get a sleeve for that one. I might even sleeve up the Ducker as well and the Union Attack, maybe. Although, I don't know why I'm putting them in black sleeves when all my Edison decks are in white sleeves. So I just have to unsleeve them again. I didn't even put the Dangerous Machine, the Ultra Rare, in a sleeve. What am I doing? What is my life? Where I'm not sleeving up the Ultras. Man, when I first got back into Yu-Gi-Oh! And I was like, buying boxes and stuff, I would sleeve up every single rare, super, ultra, secret, whatever you want to call it. I went through sleeves pretty quickly, as you can probably imagine. So I only tend to sleeve up. I mean, cards I'm going to play, or only super and above. Maybe not even supers, depending on what they are. But I'll sleeve up all these supers. Especially again, I can't get over how good that Raiko looks. That looks really nice. Getting into the close, we're almost out of packs. Still at least one secret in here, in theory. Chariot, Demise, Hero, Cross Porter. Yo! There it is. Look at that. Ulti, Celestia. What a beautiful, beautiful card. Oh my gosh. That's the one. That's going in the collection binder. That is sweet. That is sweet. Let's get that. That's 100% a black sleeve. Oops, unless I drop the black sleeves. 100% a black sleeve. That is awesome. I mean, I think Honest is worth more, but this is going in the collection binder. I mean, we bought an Ultra one. Why would we use the Ulti, That is sick. I mean, that goes right there. That goes right there. Front and center. And we have more cards, sorry. D-Fortune, Reversal of Fate, Realm of Light, and Tour of Doom. Okay. So I don't think there'd be any other secrets or ultis unless this box is, I don't know. Maybe this box took someone's secret and there was, one box only had one secret in it or something. Wouldn't that be a find? Wouldn't that go hard? Gladiator Lash, The Lovers, Miracle Flipper, Spellgear, Golden Ladybug. I don't have one. So, always good to have. Short Circuit, Golden Bamboo Sword, Level Tuning, I can't recall. I think I've got all the commons now. I think we've got all the commons. Maybe more play sets of them though. But I'm trying to think of what commons I actually need. I mean, Volcanic Queens. I think I only had one or maybe even two. So knowing I have a play set is really cool. But yeah, Lucky Chance, Lash, Dread Servant, Cloudian, Ribbon of Rebirth. So it's kind of a Monster Reborn if you squint. I mean, searchable with Hidden Armory though. Microcell, Unifrog, Recon, and Gareth. That Celestia goes hard though. What a beautiful, beautiful card. Absolutely stunning. I don't know, like I said, Guardian of Order looks alright. Even the Raiko. Most of the supers and above look really, really nice. Alright, 2 more packs. I think, yeah, this is where I'm done for surprises. Alright, whoops, where am I going? Where am I going with my hands? Space Gift, Sanguine Swamp, Lucky Chance, The Fool, Gyzaris. I think that's actually really cool. I think I sold my Gyzarises, right? And then I've been thinking, I want to put like a Bestiary in my side decks. For Glad Beast specifically, but I'm like, oh, but I sold my Gyzarises. Now I've got one. That's cool. So now I can do that again. Light Spiral, Rainbow Gravity, Short Circuit, and like the 10th Storm Dragon at this point. All right, let's get him a sleeve. Although he should go in a, I think they're called like petrol sleeves. Like the color is petrol. It's like a dampish greenish looking thing. So that's cool. I like that too. Last pack. All right. So like I said, I don't think any other surprises, but there could be a surprise. Like the big surprise would be another secret or an ulti. But I think at best it's probably going to be a super or an ultra rare, actually. Let's find out. The Emperor. Where is it? Oh no, if I do, I don't actually know 100% which card it's meant to be, so I can't actually do that. The Empress, the Magician, Deformation. I think it's this next one. The Emperor, Industrial Strength. Okay. Not gonna lie, great boss monster. Really great boss monster. I think I've only got a playset. I've definitely got one in Japanese. I should have had a playset anyway, because I remember buying them ages ago, but if I don't, there we go. That's now my playset. Garganeth, Level Tuning, Arcanical, and Wetlands. All right. I mean, I don't know if ultis are like guaranteed in the boxes anymore, but I just have like I tend to have like crazy luck with this set. But yeah, look at that card. Look how that is like just real. If I can get the shine on it properly. Great looking card. Awesome. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in. I hope you guys enjoyed that. A little bit of something different. Like I said, if I somehow get, I don't know, like 700 subscribers, off one video, yeah, that's really going to work. Do it for Celestia. If we can do that, then I might crack open that particular tin. I mean, that should go hard too, hey? Just because it's, it's nostalgia. Wait, where am I? Yeah, I've got the new setup. I don't exactly know where I'm meant to be pointing cards. Hopefully everything ended up on screen and not just off to the side. I can't edit this. But anyway, like I said, like, share, subscribe, and let's just go from there. Oh, man, I can't get over how good this Raiko looks in Super. Look at that. I don't know if you guys can see it properly. That looks really nice as well. And the Guardian of Order. And, cat hair everywhere as well. I love that too. I mean, I think secrets just end up looking good because of how shiny it is. But yeah, anyway. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.